Now we can come back to see what really happens. And first of all, let me report that the commentator was wrong, and very happy to have been so. The injury to John Newsom, the ankle is not broken. He has damaged ligaments. The ankle was dislocated, actually reset on the pitch. And I understand he has since had a really nice long soak in a hot bath. The other injured party, Graham Hyde, has a severely twisted ankle. So if the team can do the business, they might still make it at the end of this FA Cup competition, of course sponsored by Littlewoods. And here the last of the 4 quarter-finals. First head brushes off the head of Peter Atherton. Away by Nicol. Pembridge. Not a bad try at all. Well, that's a good opener. Start of the second half. Mark Pembridge hit it well, but it was covered by Neil Sullivan.
He's quite capable of scoring from this range. Has to be with his left foot. But that one was never actually going to go below the crossbar. But positive opening. I would imagine that with Booth and Hurst definitely still playing as a pair up front, Carboni will try and play in that little hole behind those front two and see if he can find some space.
Ian Hudson's trying to do precisely that. It's quickly closed down by 3. But here is Ardley. Out by Walker. Humphreys didn't take Leonardson. And the ball finally goes out for the goal kick.
There's a wonderful opportunity there. Was if the cross had been a bit lower, and Leonardson, one of those players that you fancy to deliver a good ball, but it was too high for both Gale and Okoko.
Fortunately for young Richie Humphreys. You need some good shampoos these days, don't you? With the conditioner, of course. Offside. David Hurst. Not one of the scorers for Sheffield Wednesday in the competition so far. Opened it by beating Grimsby 7-1 here in the 3rd round, and then 1 away at Carlisle, and then 1 at Brentford City in round 5, 2-0 and 1-0 respectively. And John Newsom has come back to the bench with the crutches and the leg parallel with the ground. Yes, he looks for all the world as though he's had a skiing accident. Good play by Pembridge. And we wish him well in early recovery, John Newsom. Talk about replays from the panel during the half-time interval. Well, Wimbledon have had 2 in their journey to this stage, against Crewe first, and then against Manchester United. They knocked out the holders at Selhurst Park. Offside against Booth. Not going to count.
That was close. Good header, first header, and got him clear. David Hurst, though, playing up alongside Booth now, and the ball is headed. Kimball puts his hand up, and I think he was just half a yard behind, but he was close.
Leonardson. There's Walker, the old campaigner, 31 now. Stories in one of the papers this morning about him going back to Nottingham Forest, but not supported here. It's good play, and a useful cross. 2 went for the same ball, and they can't believe it. They hit each other, Earl and Gale, and neither directed the ball into the net.
It was a great cross from Kimball. Look, take your pick. In the end, it was Gale who got the header, but he got a nudge from Robbie Earl. He has got a sweet left foot, this lad. Clears the near post, and it's Earl nudging Gal that means he didn't keep it down. What a chance.
Moved a bit too soon. Flag didn't need to come. No, not offside down the middle, or to the left. Huntley's up in the box. Good challenge by Walker. Knocked well away. Second time of asking, though, by Atherton.
4 minutes over Sheffield Wednesday. Wimbledon just beginning to apply that pressure again.
Carboni trying to change the balance. Humphries. Certainly more promising start for the second half. No free kick given there, though. Seen the ball in the second half.
Well, he's playing in that little area behind the front two, and I think he's got to try and stay close to Vinnie Jones, because Vinnie Jones has been yellow carded, and so he's got to try and entice him, because he's going to be wary of making tackles, and that might just give him that little bit of time for the remainder of this match.
Thumping it away. It might have landed kindly, but didn't. Leonard. The quality of the game to improve. Both Leonardson and Carboni need to have a good second half. There's Walker. To borrow Desmond Lynam's word, has always had a touch of culture about him and no little place. Claims well and holds on well. Koku was down for a moment and fell awkwardly. Pressman came to claim, just caught the Koku, but more importantly for him, caught the ball.
It's a dreaded ball for a forward, isn't it? You've got to go for it, otherwise you look as if you're not trying properly, but you know you're going to get clattered.
I know you're a midfield player, Trevor, but you said that with an element of feeling. Flick on. Sullivan goes back into goal. By Perry. Wednesday ball. Nolan. Walker. Forced into error because his control let him down. Here's Leonardson. Down to the left, telling him where to put the ball. He was already ahead of him in putting it there. This is Gale. And that's a disappointing finish. He said where he wanted the ball, but the ball was already coming before he made the shout. Leonardson knew exactly where to put it. This was a good chance. Bubbled a little bit as he hit it, but he didn't get rounded enough.
First touch pushed himself a bit wide as well. Leonardson had an influential 10 minutes in this half, and as you can see, first touch wants to keep it on his left foot, pushed him a bit wide, but that's now 2 or 3 good opportunities Wimbledon have had. It all started, of course, with Des Walker, bad control, lost possession, and they counter-attack.
Pembridge, Nolan, Humphries. Good play by Pembridge. Carboni. 3 on the far side. Booth. That's a Wimbledon tactic that nearly came off for Wednesday. Stays down. Koku is in the middle, Earl in possession. Kimball to provide the cross again. Gale is in there as well. Walker got between the two. Jones, Cunningham, Koku. Manages to get facing the ball, blocked. And the follow-up shot by Ardley also blocked. Suddenly went into slow motion. Koku, pressure by Wimbledon. Koku with time to cross it, two on the far side, nobody on the near. And he acknowledges what was quite clearly a poor cross. Well, it was a sort of shot.
Well, it was a scrappy spell of play, wasn't it? I mean, Sheffield Wednesday getting dragged into playing one or two touch, and like Wimbledon, you know, Wimbledon pressurising them, denying them space, and then when they get possession, instead of trying to keep it, knocking it down along the floor, they are just panicking a bit and whacking it anywhere.
Cunningham, so Sheffield Wednesday throw. Pembridge to Carboni. Good turn away by Carboni, and he gets the free kick. Dean Holdsworth, who's down on that touchline there, limbering up, couldn't quite believe that decision. Carboni or Pembridge, quartet to come from right to left. Hurst, Booth, Whittingham and Richie Humphries. And that's a good header, but again by Booth, straight at Sullivan. He's had two now where he's won it well in the air. Little touch from Carboni. It was a good cross and met with power and purpose by Humphries, but straight at the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he does well from that sort of cross, doesn't he, when it's near the byline. One possession for the second time. Each header, though, has gone straight at Sullivan. It's difficult when you're stretching against the defenders who actually pick your spot. He's got it on target, either side. I think particularly that one, Sullivan might have struggled, but it went straight at him.
Here's Ardley. Room here for Leonardson. And a shot on for him. And Kevin Pressman wonders why Leonardson was allowed to travel so far. It's gone for the corner, got deflected.
You got Richie Humphries marking Robbie Earl, but it's Leonardson who's getting the space, and they've not got anyone else in midfield with Carboni pushing forward, who's actually picking up Leonardson.
Three left of the penalty spot, three Wimbledon players in the 6-yard area. Far more than any other side tends to put there. Right. Atherton. Ardley. Not well back, could be cleared to Carboni. Cunningham across, break on the right side. This is Whittingham. Hurst coming in behind. Richie Humphries on the far side. Three others up as well. And away by Vinnie Jones. Wasn't the best of crosses. There were other options on, but he didn't take the time. They got sort of sucked into the panic of the occasion. Understandable, perhaps. Pembridge now for Wednesday. Corner. And time this time to work it out.
But it was a terrible cross, wasn't it, by Whittingham? Good break. Carboni involved, spreading it. Plenty of time to pick somebody out because two or three were coming into the penalty area, but scuffed it.
In contrast, Sheffield Wednesday had one player in the 6-yard area, Carboni. Posse had five to come from further back. A little flick, and away by Jones, to Nicol, and Leonardson, and he's on his own now. going to be shepherded out there by Walker. He loses Walker reasonably comfortably, and then there's Walker just gets a touch, and then another one. And Nelson had to turn, otherwise there would have been an offside flag. This is Robbie Earle. It's an open second half, but not too much of it could be described as scientific. Home and 2 away wins so far, the quarterfinals. Nothing between the two in the last quarterfinal with an hour gone. Every long throw from Vinnie Jones from that sort of position has produced a corner. Blackwell has gone up on the line. Koku is on the far post. Jones in the centre. Ardley up as well. Kill kick. No, it's not. Got a deflection to the corner. Perry's a disappointed player.
Well, he's not the tallest of players, Perry, but he does get up well, and can only assume it clipped the defender because he might have thought it was goal bound.
Perry again comes for it. Pumped away by Humphries. Sullivan to collect. Backing away, defending quite deep. Hardly. Kimball. Struck across this time. Carbone. Pembridge left. Move down the middle. It's for Pembridge, but it's asked too much. Bad ball. Mr. Carbone. David Fleet down on one knee, but his team certainly are. Trying to get the best view. Here's Nicol. Carbone. Lots of players have gone forward. Passing is not what's required. Gale is the furthest forward. Sheffield Wednesday trying to catch him offside, and they haven't succeeded, and Pressman decides to come, and here is Des Walker clearing.
Well, it's good defending. Might have thought there was a bit of misunderstanding, but it wasn't as far as Des Walker was concerned. He wasn't sure if Pressman was going to get there, so don't hesitate, head the ball, and then hook it away and reorganise. Up comes the Jones boy. Two on the edge of the 6-yard area. Earle in the middle. Ardley. And then Hudson can't get to the ball. Seems to sit up around his midriff for quite a long time. He's able to come out and collect and start again. Kimball. That's no danger. Again, it's good header back, wasn't it? But with credit, Sheffield Wednesday, having lost 2 of their better defensive players, are actually hanging in there quite well. Wimbledon, I'm sure Joe Keane will be feeling a bit frustrated. They've done enough in these opening 18 minutes of the second half to feel that they should be ahead by now, but they're not. Off the head of Blackwell. Two left up, the others are in defensive positions. This is Humphries for Wednesday. Booth. Good play by Koku. This is Neil Ardley. 4 have come to him, must leave some space somewhere.
But the one that counted was Walker. Jones. Leonardson. Ardley. Freeway for the cross. This is Earl. That was Atherton. That's nicely done by David Hurst. And that's a really nice ball by Humphreys to Hurst. Booth inside him. It's only those two. Perry comes across. Booth! He was stumbling as the ball came to him, and he couldn't control it. Hurst with his hands behind his head. Really good break. But the ball in just didn't sit where Booth wanted it, and he stumbled into the shot, and the opportunity went away.
You know, his best move of the match. Hurst, good acceleration, times the ball square as Perry comes across, and on his less favoured, I think, right foot. Behind him, didn't hit it at all cleanly, not even on target.
Well, I hope he's going to be, as Ravanelli was on Wednesday night, and admit that was a bad miss, wrong foot or not.
Well, all the Sheffield Wednesday bench were up on their feet, ready to celebrate. That was their best opportunity.
He's the top scorer, 11 goals. It was a golden opportunity for number 12. Really good play by David Hurst, and an excellent play from one end to the other, with Humphreys providing the killer ball. Well, it should have been a killer ball.
Yeah, it should have been. And I think at the other end, though, Sheffield Wednesday still haven't sorted out anyone picking up Leonardson. He's been the key to this good spell in the opening 20 minutes of the second half, when Wimbledon, as I say, have had, what, 3 at least good chances.
Ian Nolan. Carboni, Booth, Pembridge made something of it. Whittingham, Humphreys again does the simple thing well, finds the man on the move. This is Nicol. Offside, Carboni.
Yeah, it's offside. At least the yard there. Vinnie Jones, the last man this side, and his arm went up quite right.
Gale. Hurst. Kimball. Pardon, that was Cunningham. Touch from Pembridge. Skip from Carboni. Speed required of Steve Nicol.
Bit of a dainty flick by Hurst. I'd like to see Carboni carry the ball when he gets that ball square, because it's Vinnie Jones on him all the time, and you know, Vinnie's got to be very careful of making the tackle, but when he's getting it covered, he's just sitting there and then he knocks the ball and runs. I'd like to see him carry it and invite Vinnie Jones to make the challenge, because that would then test him out. I think it's making it easy for Wimbledon at the moment.
Booth brings Nolan into play. Mark Pembridge with his growing influence. All back by 2 as ever for Wimbledon. Covered by Ardley. This is Chris Perry. Makes his angle for the clearance. Carboni. Clark is in the middle, Gale is in the middle, and they can wait for the corner. And again, the man in the way was Des Walker. I just feel that Des Walker was very unlucky in his England days, and the match against Holland, he was actually let down by the positioning of other defenders around him, one in particular when he gave away the penalty, and his career at international level went backwards from that point on. Kimball has come across to take it. And they're all attacking. Ardley gets it back. Coming into the middle, Whittingham wants it, Whittingham's got it, and Whittingham has missed it! Another superb break by Sheffield Wednesday, and another awful finish. Goodness me.
Well, they've had two fantastic moves, out of character with the whole game. That's David Hurst involved on this occasion too. Carboni does well, holds the play up, is very aware who's coming and joining. Whittingham takes the touch, and that should be in the corner of the net, shouldn't it?
Nickel. Well, both sides will feel they should have had goals in this half, but it's certainly much more entertaining than the first 45 minutes, so there wouldn't have to be too much of an improvement for that to be the case. Here's Des Walker. Kevin Pressman. Hardly was just watching and doing nothing. Hurst again spreads it out. Nickel. Whittingham. Carboni. Move the chase, Blackwell for company. Corner.
Well, the home supporters again, noisy up there. They're just beginning to feel with those two excellent moves, although the opportunities were missed, they do feel the home team's getting the ascendancy.
It's really good support that they've also enjoyed away from home in this cup run. In a successful run in the Premiership. What a curl. Wimbledon ball. Drummer making plenty of noise, but there's not too much brass with him this afternoon. It's quite a mild afternoon. One young man at a late night, and off we go now. Need something in unison. Away by Walker to put that on a sound loop. Pembridge, Carboni. Here's an opportunity. Jones watching him. Humphreys. Nolan just got deflected by Cunningham.
Just starting to get it on the floor and stretch Wimbledon. That is the way to try and unlock them.
Pembridge to the throw. Nolan, given the room to get the cross, but it's not a particularly good one. Leonardson. Kimball's clearance. Gale's on his own at the moment, but Earl is threatening. Wade Walker again. Chris Perry for Wimbledon. Ikoku. Ardley. Ardley again. Leonardson inside. And set up for... Oh! Robbie Earl gives Wimbledon the lead. Following a lot of pressure from Sheffield Wednesday. You might say how typical of Wimbledon. Ardley's cross. Gale, who played it through quite beautifully, and Robbie Earl with an apparent nonchalant flick of the right foot, meets with the instep and Wimbledon have the lead.
That was a good finish, Robbie. That was one of their better moves as well. Wimbledon built up down the right. Cuckoo released hardly, put it in there. Marcus Gall knew Earl was making that run. It was always going to be a problem. Leonardson and Earl running from midfield. They hadn't got the defensive midfield cover. Richie Humphries at times has had both of them to deal with. And he's so effective, isn't he? Outside of his right foot, no chance at all there, Preston.
The face of the ball. Brought delight to Joe Kinnear. And also for the record, as I said at the start, but just in case you weren't with us, keeps him on track, Robbie Earl. He's scored in every round. Good play by Carbone. A disappointing shot.
That's certainly what Carbone should do more there against Vinnie Jones. This is the goal. Marcus Gall sees Earl making his run. Little clip with his left foot. Set up perfectly, didn't it, to hit. And one of these chances had to go in the net, but at the other end, Sheffield Wednesday ruined those previous two.
When you've just gone ahead. Pembridge looks for Nolan. 3 coming in. And Sullivan gets a hand to it and wasps it away. Humphries. Making him available on the left side. Hurst trying to find a gap down the middle. That's the ball. Pembridge, we found him. There's Nolan on the left side. This is Humphries. Nobody kept running. Sullivan hasn't had that much to do, but he did well to get his hand to this and turn it out of harm's way. Nolan's cross. Windmill clearance. By Booth. Leonardson running. Nickel away. Vinnie Jones. Alan Kimball. Good touch in from Oivind there, Leonardson. Pembridge. Space right side if he looks up. But he's just been jockeyed away. This is Hurst. Cutting him across the cover. Jones to clear. Humphries. Nolan. Humphries. Perry, the back man, clears.
I think it's just going to be a case now whether Wimbledon can defend this good lead, and perhaps whether Sheffield Wednesday could just use their fullbacks to get outside and behind Wimbledon.
Humphries. Carbone. Nolan coming inside into the rush out. Pembridge could have a go. Did he think about it? Nolan hardly got a foot in. They're playing across the front of the defence instead of around the back of it, which would disappoint the majority in the crowd of 25,032 and will disappoint this man even more. And I heard him right, and I'm sorry I was talking when he was. I think I heard the word outside, and how right he is. Here's Booth, still Booth. Free kick, challenged by Jones.
Well, this is sort of challenge I'm sure has gone through Vinnie Jones's mind, because he's got a run on goal. I know Kimball was coming across. Normally that would be a yellow card. I'm sure he's very fortunate to get away because he's had a previous one.
So it's going to be Carbone. These days, a tendency to have the crack for goal. Certainly within good range if he can get enough curl. He's coming just behind the wall, and they're prepared to have a second man back on the line if necessary. But one defender, Wimbledon, just on the 6-yard line. It's Robbie Earl. Carbone takes, and they ended up with 2 on the line.
He did against Manchester United, Robbie Early, and in that position he just stays just beyond the 6-yard box, then backpedals to cover the one over the wall, but that one was always too high and was never going to dip quick enough.
10 minutes remaining. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Wimbledon 1. Goes David Hurst. He went up, but he made no contact. So the moment in the match where a manager would want a pair of fresh legs to bring on. But David Pleat denied that by the injuries in the first half to Newson and Hyde. This is Humphries. Break right side again. Not enough pace on the ball, so it had to be played backwards. Now Nicol, booth in what used to be called the inside right position. Centre forward is Hurst. Whittingham. Defending in numbers, Wimbledon defending well, but being helped. Booth, still Booth. Acrobatic stuff from Perry. Humphries. Ball again, needs a good cross, and that is certainly not that. Stevie Nicol grits his teeth. What would Bill Shankly and company have said about things like that?
The delivery of a number of crosses has been poor, but there's on a couple of occasions that they did set up chances, they weren't put away. Wimbledon, what, 8 or 9 minutes to hold on and join Middlesbrough. These semi-finalists in both competitions this season.
Nicol. Nolan. This time they pull all back by 1. 1 is a Koku. That's nicely into Pembridge. Humphries. Still Richie Humphries. Quickly, Humphries denied the run through by Robbie Earl.
Would have thought Pembridge would be perhaps a better bet after Carbone's last effort. Pembridge, who hits with more power rather than trying to lift it over the wall.
Earl has taken the same position as before, prepared to back away. Between Carbone and Pembridge. It is going to be Pembridge. Straight into the wall.
Power was pretty good, but he didn't, as I say, miss the wall. They tried a little back heel to avoid the wall, but good defended by Wimbledon. They do mark down people.
Nolan. Atherton, the captain. Steve Nicol. Pembridge. That's nice, if it'll run. It was Marcus Gale who came back to clear. He'll come straight back because Koku was the only player forward. Encouragement for Hurst. Hurst again. Almost a step on the ball by Vinnie Jones, but it squirmed away in the direction he wanted it to go. Here's Humphries. Pembridge. Perry with the challenge.
That's where it's got to go. They're just trying to play it through the middle. That's playing to Wimbledon's strength.
Away by Kimball. Koku concedes the serve. David Fleet pulling Ian Nolan wide on the left. Just not right. Nolan. Back across the face. Nolan made the run. Out to the left. Gone through the middle to Whittingham. No chance of claiming. Celebrating are those who've made the journey up from South London. Ardley. Wednesday with 4 up, 3 down the middle and Pembridge on the left. Booth climbs well. Hurst goes up in chase. Will do for Blackwell. And substitution to be made by Wimbledon. Of course, Sheffield Wednesday have already made theirs. Their third man is a goalkeeper. And, Holdsworth and McAllister waiting to come on. Marcus Gale, who set up the goal, is one to come off. And the Koku comes to the end of what is his 100th appearance for Wimbledon. Brian McAllister is off. Take up defensive positions. Every man jack at them. Holdsworth will be the furthest forward, but he is marking the run here by Nolan. Booth trying to go there and gets a little large. Humphries with the follow-up. Booth hanging in the air and coming down on the shoulders with a chance. Frustrated Booth. Hurst turn, he just failed to make contact. Humphries on the follow-up.
A good defender by Kimball in the end. They have got numbers back there. McAllister, who's come on, will make the extra defender, and they're just going to leave Dean Holdsworth up by himself now in these closing few minutes.
Humphries. Nickel. Inside, disappointing ball from Humphries, who, to be fair to the youngsters, played several good ones. Seen with more than many a more experienced player. Most of the Wimbledon coaching staff, Joe Kinnear and Terry Burton, is sidekick among them, standing. David Fleet willing his team forward, as he has done all the half. Is it possible for someone to get round the back and open up the well-organised defence? It's a Sheffield Wednesday ball. In a line with different thoughts, two managers divided by the law. Up by Whittingham, but no danger.
Yeah, that sort of cross from deep there, I think, is really cannon fodder for the Wimbledon defence. McAllister now picking up Carboni as their extra man. And David Fleet, I'm sure, will reflect on those two chances. One, of course, to Booth, and the other to Whittingham. They're going to prove costly, I think. And I can assure you, the three sides already into the semi-finals will not want to draw Wimbledon out of the hat if it stays like this.
Hurst. Des Walker is the back man, but in the opposition half. Go forward, says Walker. The rest of the side. Here's Hurst. No. It looks like a disappointing end. And the tears of the lady don't seem to be too far away. A chance for progress to Europe. For Sheffield Wednesday, as there is for Wimbledon, still battling amazingly on 3 fronts. Second leg of the Coca-Cola Cup stands at 0-0 against Leicester. That's good play by Holdsworth. Just by being there, he forced the turn. A few more seconds disappear. And we're now past the 90 minutes. That's what the referee is allowing for stoppages. Humphreys. Not what Nolan intended. Leonardson might just collect that. He does indeed. And he's got support here from Dean Holdsworth. It could be all over here. And the corner phrase, it is. They know now they're going to support their team in the semi-final. Dean Holdsworth getting the second goal. All coming from a poorly directed pass, which Leonardson sees. There was only Walker back. And it was left to Dean Holdsworth to find the finish, which he did with great confidence.
Leonardson, an excellent player, unselfish. Here's a shout from Dean Holdsworth. Plenty of time, picks his spot, passes it into the net. And that's the final now.
Whittingham. Ball was out of play. And the ball now is completely out of play. And Robbie Earle and Dean Holdsworth have taken Wimbledon into the semi-final of the FA Cup. When they won in 1988 Wimbledon, they'd been in the 6th round the previous season and lost. So is there a message there? You have to feel sorry for Sheffield Wednesday because they were cruelly robbed of key players by injuries, but they missed 2 of the best chances you can possibly expect to get in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. They were made to pay. Wimbledon are the winners. Joe Kinnear takes his team to the FA Cup semi-final by 2-0.
There we are, on they go, Wimbledon into the semi-final, the draw coming up in just a moment or two, but Wednesday pay the price for some missed chances, and they probably had the best player on the park in Carbone, didn't they?
Yeah, excellent. I thought Des Walker was good as well. As you say, the 2 chances they had, Booth and Whittingham, got to score at this level. You know, virtually open goals, they missed them. Wimbledon have taken advantage of their chances, but you can take nothing away from Wimbledon, you know. Right. Every time they go into a pitch, they give it their best shot and a bit more.
And nobody will want to draw them next time up in a moment, Jim,
Certainly not, no. Certainly not. But it's been said, we're sorry for Sheffield Wednesday, but on the other hand, Wimbledon took their chance and they didn't.
Thank you. Well, let's see what happens with the draw. Then this is where Gary Lineker and Radio 5 Live listeners join us for that draw, and we go to FA headquarters and Gary Richardson.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Lancaster Gate. Yes, coming up, the draw for the semi-finals of the Littlewood-sponsored FA Cup. We're down to the nitty-gritty now, with teams just 1 match away from the final at Wembley in May. Well, to help us make the draw this afternoon, we've been joined by Ron Springett, who played for Sheffield Wednesday in the final, and also the former Wimbledon manager, Bobby Gould. Gentlemen, welcome. Ron, unfortunately, your team go out. Do you fancy Wimbledon now?
Well, no, I fancy Chelsea myself, really. I'm very disappointed with Sheffield. But I think that the other 3 teams want to meet Chelsea.
And you actually played Chelsea, I think, all those years ago in '66, didn't you, in the semi-final?
And we beat them 2-0, yeah. It's my second team, Chelsea.
OK, they're your tip. Bobby Gould, you caused a massive upset in the FA Cup. Why have there been so many upsets this season, Bob?
I think the back managers wanted some money off the teams in the lower divisions, so chairmen are happy and back managers are happy as well.
You'd have to go for Wimbledon, I guess.
My heart's there. They came through strong there, didn't they? And looking for Sheffield Wednesday.
Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Let's just remind you of the key numbers that are about to come out of our hat. This is the way they look. Wimbledon are number 1, Chelsea are 2, Middlesbrough are 3, Chesterfield are 4. We're all set to look after the draw once again. It's good afternoon to the FA's Chief Executive, Graham Kelly.
Thank you very much indeed, Gary. If we can go straight into the draw, Ron, I'd like to put the balls in the bowl, please.
Make sure Chesterfield is in there, Ron. They deserve it.
And just flick the switch, give it a shake. Okay. And away you go with the first one, Bob.
Number 1.
Wimbledon.
Number 2.
Chelsea.
All the best, Ron. Number 3.
Middlesbrough. Well played.
Number 4.
Chesterfield. And that concludes the draw. The ties will be played on Sunday, the 13th of April. The venues to be decided tomorrow.
So there we are, Wimbledon against Chelsea, Middlesbrough against Chesterfield. They will decide, I think you heard, of the venues for those shortly, tomorrow probably. So that's it. Now let's hear what Joe Kinnear has to think about all this.
Joe, you would have liked Chesterfield, surely?
To be fair, yes. I suppose all the Premier sides that's left in there were obviously rooting to get Chesterfield. No disrespect to them, because they've done remarkably well to get where they are. But nevertheless, on its day, we're a match for anybody. We've proven that all season. Looking forward to it. Just great to be in the semi-final, and another great occasion, another great day. And if we play as well as we did when we beat them over at Chelsea, we've got half a chance.
Robbie, great goal, but you were making chances but conceding chances.
Yeah, the game opened up in the second half, but we managed to get a nose in front and then we hung on. But, you know, we've knocked Manchester United out early in the round, so when you take on might of them, then Chelsea, we're looking forward to it.
Joe, can you keep it going?
Well, I hope so. I mean, we looked a little bit tired, to be fair, because the games are coming thick and fast. But nevertheless, it was the true resolve there. We went brave. I said to the boys, and let's go and take them on at their own ground, and let's go and win it. We did leave chances at the back, admittedly, but, you know, fortune favours the brave, as they say, and we've gone and we've done it right in the end, and I was well delighted. We've created a lot of chances as well ourselves, remember, so we've come and I think we've done enough to win it.
Joe, thanks for talking to us. You're winning over all sorts of fans.
Thank you very much.
It's a wonderful semi-final, isn't it? Wimbledon against Chelsea. Now, Wimbledon won at Stamford Bridge earlier in the season, didn't they, in the league?
That's right. I mean, it's out-and-out quality against a bit of quality, heart, spirit and endeavour. Difficult to forecast who's going to win that one.
Yeah, and Middlesbrough will expect to be in the final. They've never been in a semi-final before. They will expect to be in the final again.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And facing relegation as well, all in one season. The excitement and the drama of falling out of the Premiership at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's what makes football. We, you know, the best brains in the world try and decide it beforehand, including mine, and you can't.
Sorry, you've moved into one of the best brains. I mean,
no discredit to Wimbledon, but you have to go out thinking of sadness for Sheffield Wednesday. They lost 2 players, you know, with serious injuries.
Yeah.
They had the chances to win the game, they didn't do it, and Wimbledon took advantage of it, and well done to Wimbledon.
I don't know what Wimbledon have got. I mean, they keep on going on and going on. Every time they get written off, they come back even stronger and harder.
So resilient, aren't they? But they were lucky today, though, with those 2 chances.
Well, to be fair, they had a lot of chances themselves.
Yes,
I mean, I think Sheffield Wednesday
had 2 goals.
Well, at this level, you've got to score, and it might have been a different game.
All right.
But you can't take anything away from Wimbledon.
Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it at home. The second half was certainly better. Second half was certainly better than the first. And as far as the FA Cup is concerned this year, it looks to me like it is Chesterfield against the world.